Good old TMZ. You're on the chopping block next, buddy. Y'all are up next. Now, it's been a minute. We've been contemplating whether to call what we've been seeing out as a pattern. And guess what? We found a pattern. We found a pattern, and TMZ ain't no different than World Star Hip Hop. I mean, they both have the same mindset. What? Exploit certain things about the black community and laugh about it. Yeah, they're good at it. And this one, now remember, we've had issues before of people trying to lump Diddy and his kids as one and the same. Or better yet, even having the inference that Diddy might want to have a part in his kid's life still as a good thing. They want to see it as a bad thing. Now, what really triggered us, and it is triggering, it is, and we're going to admit it didn't have nothing to do with Diddy himself. It has to do with the approach that these people decide to go about when their efforts to demonize Diddy. Trust me, Diddy done enough to demonize himself. Not saying no. But we're going to listen to what, and watch how the intro starts for this particular Diddy section. Man.
Big plans for once he gets out of prison is to perform at Madison Square Garden.
It's brilliant.
Oh, it's sell out 20 times over.
People will go because they love him. People will go because they think that he was done dirty, and people will go because they hate him.
There may be a curiosity factor
to see.
Now we'll back up to the portion that I want you to see because the intro is very important. This is it here because it's a part of a multiple aspects to their show, right? So we're going to try and get the right spot here. Let's go right here. Now you heard the premise, right? About his comeback and that they find it stupid that he's doing the comeback. Okay, watch this.
And now it's Diddy's to-do list when he gets out of prison.
Comedy, right? This is Diddy's to-do list once he gets out of prison. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's so ridiculous. He's going to try and do stuff when he gets out of prison. Yeah. So wait, if he gets out of prison, that would mean one of two things, right? I mean, he's out of prison. This is not when he gets to prison, out of. He served his time, which was given by the prosecution and the judge, right? Cool. Or he didn't serve any time. Those are the only two options he could have to being out of prison. Make sure you keep that in mind. This is Diddy's to-do list when he gets out of prison. See? Let's see. What does he want to do?
1, see kids. 2, take care of mom.
See, when I first saw this, Corey and I were watching this video, and I think we both had the exact same reaction at the exact same time. I was so livid. Like I tell you, tears were at the base of my eye socket. I was that. I was mad. I was hot, mad. TMZ, y'all are trifling. You have a problem with a man getting out of prison. Now, this is what you said. This was after he got out, that he wants to see his kids. That's a problem for you? You got a problem with a black man wanting to see his kids? Because wait, oh, it's not enough. Yeah, that's not money. No. You see, money for y'all, TMZ, would be dogging black men for not being around their kids. In fact, you make money off of a fatherless society when it comes to black community. Isn't that what you do? You love that, don't you? Yeah. You love filming and getting videos of people being absolutely barbaric. That's what you like seeing. Yeah? You like Carnival Cruise fighting? That's what you like, TMZ? You like seeing black people shown as the absolute worst of society? That's what you like, isn't it? You love that. That's your stuff. That's your bread and butter. The man wanted to see his kids when he got out of prison. That's a problem for y'all. Then he want to take care of his moms. Oh, God forbid that he want to do that. Oh, my gosh. What a stupid thing to do. Take care of your mom? Who would do that? Y'all are disgusting, bro. You had all, look, there is so much mess out there. Look, this would be the list. Things to do when Diddy gets out of jail. Plan the next freak off. You could have done that. You didn't do that. No, you go after the kids. Secure a new jet. Didn't do that. You go after mom. Find a place where extradition is not necessary so that he can have more freak offs every time per year. You didn't do that neither. You could have gone after every aspect of Diddy's trial content. You didn't do that. You are coming out here laughing at the fact that the man wants to go see his kids and take care of his mom. I keep telling that these people don't care about y'all, but they make money off of you. Phew, they make money. Now, what's the third one? Because it sounds like a third one's coming.
And according to his lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, in his first interview since Diddy was denied bail,
He said to me he's going to be back in Madison Square Garden.
Doing what?
I guess being on stage.
play to 20,000 screaming fans at MSG. Wow, didn't want to test the waters first at like a smaller venue or something, huh, Puff?
I have a suspicion that TMZ just jealous the fact that he could probably fill the arena without y'all. He could. Look, let me tell you something. When we first heard that portion when he said there were people going there because they hate him, I don't think so. I think they're going to show up because they hate you. I think people would show up to Diddy's thing just because they hate y'all, because of what y'all pushed. They're going to show up because they hate the prosecution. They're going to show up because they hate the lying. They're going to show up because they hate the attempt to bring him down for things he didn't do when you could have charged him with things he did. They're going to show up for that. There'll be people who are going to show up to that concert. They don't even know who Diddy is in terms of his music just because of what they saw happen in this trial. So yeah, I think he's going to sell out Madison Square Garden. Like sell out. And he's going to kick off the whole show with every step I take. That's what he's going to kick it. He's going to kick it off with that song. And then he's going to do Come With Me. He's going to go back in his bag for this one. I'm going to tell you, in one night, he might recoup all his money. Y'all got a problem with the man saying he wanted to see the kids, want to take care of his mama. In fact, later on in the interview, his lawyer said he sees his faults. We've been asking, and we said this, you can go back and watch all our Diddy records, and we'll tell you what we said. We said, if Diddy went through this and he came out realizing that he was a screw up and he needed to change, we would be happy. If Diddy came out as a force to be reckoned with for the positive, we'd be so happy. Can you imagine Diddy with a life change? But nobody wants to see that.
So Diddy's big plans for once he gets out of prison is to perform at Madison Square Garden.
It's brilliant.
Oh, it would sell out 20 times over.
People will go because they love him. People will go because they think that he was done dirty, and people will go because they hate him.
No, they won't go because they hate him. You see, if you said the word hate, they won't go because they hate him. No, they will not pay money into his coffer just to go there to protest. There might be a straggler or two. No, they won't go there because they hate him. They will go because they hate y'all. Don't try and put everybody else in the basket and you're not in there. You're in there. They will watch this that you just did and see what you did at the intro, and they'll be like, okay, then I'm gonna go. If you can dog the man's kids and mother for no reason, then yeah, we going. No, y'all are the reason he'll sell out. Nobody else. People like you, people like the Tisas of the world, the Marads of the world, the Piers Morgan of the world, all y'all, the Jaguar Wrights of the world. Yeah, they're gonna go because they hate y'all, not because they hate Diddy. Own it up, man. This is all you. Own up.
Be a curiosity factor.
To see if his dance moves got any better while he was in a slammer, because we highly doubt they did.
He wasn't a dancer. He never had to dance. In fact, I think he did an entire music video where he was just standing like Michael Jackson. He doesn't need to dance. See, the thing is, when you have multiple ways of doing something on stage, you don't need to dance for it. He doesn't have to. I mean, I'm not saying he was the best lyricist or anything like that, but he didn't make his money because he was horrible at it either. So, I mean, and he knew how to collab. So watch him to bring people to that concert that do know how to dance. I don't know, who's that other guy that he had affiliation with? Was it Usher? I think Usher wasn't Usher, right? And Chris Brown. He knows those two, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. They dance. Oh, I know Usher dances. Oh man, Usher used to be called the next Michael Jackson. Remember that? Now, wouldn't it be funny to see him bring everybody that say they didn't like, and he just brings them because they know they're gonna make money, and you're gonna watch them just kowtow because they want cash? That'd be hilarious. Yeah. But again, blame Diddy, but not yourself. Okay.
People go because it's a spectacle, but nobody cares about Diddy's music.
You're sure? You sure about that? You sure about that? Are you sure about that? I think y'all forget. I think that's what it is. I think y'all forget that for a period of time after Biggie and Pac, Diddy actually had a cult following. He didn't just make money from other artists. Like, he had at least 3 or 4 albums in there that people were rocking all the time. Between 1995 to about 2006, y'all forget that portion of Diddy? What? Y'all might have forgotten that. Y'all forgotten that. I think this whole trial has messed with y'all version of history. But I do understand why you do it, though. I do. You see, you have learned something. TMZ, I know you have learned something in your time online. You have learned to exploit a diaspora of people. And let's be honest, the people that you exploit the most are black people. Okay, we can be honest. Okay, cool. TMZ, just like World Star, you have learned how to manipulate, hurt, harm, and use the destruction of black people to make your money. And you've also learned that there are people who will gravitate to your crap because they also are looking for the destruction as well. It's weird. And you've also learned how to market things in a way that make you look like the good guy so that you can attract people who you are exploiting. You do that very well. This is a good example. Why people gravitate towards you that you exploit? Don't know. Maybe because you make them feel wanted. You lie to them and tell them that we're covering the things that you feel important to you, while at the same time laughing at them. I don't know. Kind of interesting dynamic.
But they're not going to hear his music. They're going to see him.
No. They're going for both. They're going for both. Music and him. And again, the third person that they're going for is to hate on you for doing what you did.
Even after everything people saw during the trial?
We've seen it in music 1,000 times.
Yeah.
People keep buying music.
Chris Brown is still selling tickets to shows.
Diddy was found not guilty.
Okay.
And I'm not saying
Okay. And what do you mean, okay? Listen, I don't know if OJ did it or not. I'm inclined to think it wasn't him. I'm inclined to think it was somebody in his circle that did it. I think he knew about it, but I don't think he did it. But you can't just say he got off. Okay, no, he got off. He was found not guilty. As much as you might hate the verdict, that's the truth. I don't get it, man. If the prosecution did their job, we'd be having a different conversation. If the things they said he was guilty of, they proved, we'd be in a different conversation right now. If the baby oil was mentioned, if the kids on camera were mentioned, if the guns were mentioned, and all of that was, and if it was an actual court case about the guilt of Diddy, we'd be having a different conversation. But you can't present something to me, lie about what you presented, lie about bringing it up, never bring it up, and then expect a verdict of guilty. You can't. Come on now.
that doesn't mean he was found innocent, because he wasn't, but he won that.
You don't find anybody innocent. You find them not guilty. I don't recall. I mean, okay, maybe again, I'm the slow one. I remember I told you all the time, Corey is the legal mind, not me. If we had roles at Too Strong, this is how the roles would break down. We are both 100% versed on the social side. That's where we, bam, man, look, the two of us, you can't come at us socially with nothing. No, nothing. We got both sides socially impenetrable. Impenetrable, and we will stand on that one. But here's where Corey and I like to play tennis. Okay, this is where we play tennis. History, law. You can't get through neither one of us. You want to bring history into it? Pow, back across the fence. Well, the law say, oh yeah, pow, back across the fence. But the history say, pow, back. We will play with you like Arthur Ashe and Serena Williams all day long. We will be whooping that behind left, right. You can't do that here. You can't. The problem that y'all just don't understand is like y'all don't understand logic. I have yet, and I'm saying this to say this, I'm not the smartest when it comes to law. But I ain't never heard a single verdict. We, the jury, find the defendant innocent. It says, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Is there an epidemic of people just saying stupid stuff all the time? For like honestly, oh, he wasn't found innocent. He was found not guilty.
A trial. Yeah, but the court of public opinion is different than the court.
True.
No, wow. Really? Would have never thought that one.
And what about the fact that Diddy is just, well, old?
Diddy was popular 30 years ago.
Listen, Busta Rhymes is old too. Eminem is old too. There are tons of old. I saw Smokey Robinson up on stage. That man can't even move. Keith Sweat out there trying to dance, for crying out loud. Come on now. People go to shows for nostalgic stuff too, you know. In fact, I even saw a video. This is so weird. I saw a video of Billy Ocean. You remember Caribbean Queen? Remember him? Billy Ocean, gray hair down to his butt. But he looked good for his age. Don't get me wrong. Like, and he's from Trinidad, by the way. That man, he like nothing cracking on that dude. He'd still looking the same way. He on stage, lip syncing, and the crowd loving it. Age ain't got nothing to do with it. They're going to see their icon. Get over it, TMZ. People will show up.
He would be more popular as a musician today than he was before the crash.
Absolutely. Yep. Only if he leans into his baby oil and all.
No. You see, and this is what y'all gonna keep doing. Y'all keep TMZ. I hope you keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep being this remedial. Keep doing it. You're proving my point. You keep bringing up the stuff that the prosecution never did, and y'all not dogging the prosecution. You dogging Diddy. Y'all should be all over the prosecution. In fact, I would dare say that 90% of the content on Diddy today should be about the prosecution and how horrible. You should be throwing them 15 times under the bus. You should be digging up in all the legal cases they had before. Find out if they were bribed. Y'all ain't doing that. Y'all should find out who they were protecting. Who did Diddy have at a party that could have been influential in politics that the prosecution was protecting? None of y'all investigating that? None of y'all master legal minds doing that? Y'all see a whole connection with Comey and those people and Clintons, and you ain't saying nothing? But Diddy. Why? Because you're a black dude? You don't touch Hillary Clinton because you might get Clintons? And I understand why. Look, if I had to do, I've had my run-in with the Clintons before. I understand what they can do. I do. I fully understand it. Fully do. Trust me, I do. But y'all got money. You got clout. You should do some research. Figure it out. Be a little like Candace Owens. You know, break the bank a little bit. Be a pariah. But no, baby oil. Amazing.
That kind of stuff.
Oh my God, wouldn't it be great if he just slides in like a slip and slide?
MSG is going to need one hell of a cleanup crew. So thanks, Mark. At least we know Diddy already sold one ticket.
I mean, and I said, I'll be there.
The intro is still what got us, though. And it will be perpetually what they will start pushing. In that interview, I noticed it didn't play it. Mark said that he spoke to Diddy, and he said Sean realizes that this is his turning point. Is it true? Don't know if it'll bear out in reality. But seeing as how it's the first time he's really had a run-in with the law, and what he was facing is such of a grave nature, to talk about life in prison. And the reality is that he would not see his kids again, and we have not heard any issues with his children to the point where they hate him. For as much of a horrible human being as he was with sexual stuff, that doesn't mean that he is not a good father when it comes to the children loving him. You understand? I can't say that. I cannot say that at all. Where's the Diddy one? There it is. I can't say that at all. I really can't. And so if he is coming forward to say that I am done with the crap that I used to do and I want to be a better role model, if he really is sitting in prison day in, day out, contemplating, was sexual depravity worth it? Was having all of the desires I had worth this trouble? Was all of the depraved thoughts I had from ever since I was young, whatever brought him to that point of sexual impropriety with everything that he does, was it worth it? If he got to the point where he says it's not, how are we mad at that? I thought we wanted to see people reformed when they went to prison. I thought that was the goal. I thought prison was twofold: punishment and rehabilitation. I thought that people were supposed to go into prison and come out, and your hope was you come out differently thinking. You don't want to be what got you in there. You want to be different. Why would we hope that Diddy continues along the same path? Corey, Too Strong, we hope that Diddy in prison right now is sitting there contemplating all the nonsense he's ever done. And that he 100% thinks to himself, I not only dodged a bullet, but this is my sign. This is my wake-up call. I put years and years into the destruction of things, and now I have to commit whatever I have left to making things better. Why is that a bad thing? Why y'all got to dog the fact that the man actually wants to go see his kids? Why you got to laugh at the fact that he wants to take care of his moms? Why you got to laugh at that? Why is that funny? Why is it funny that a black man wants to do it? And why are people joining TMZ in that depravity? You're no better than Diddy. You are no better than Diddy. You traffic too. TMZ, Tisa Tells, Murad Morelli, all of y'all are traffickers. You do. You are absolute exploitative traffickers of what? Lies and hate. You're traffickers. And you do it across the globe, not just state lines. You do it online and you make millions. In fact, you made more. In fact, I would say you have RICO going for you. All the things you're accusing Diddy of, y'all do. Tisa goes around exploiting her sexuality on screen with the clothes that she wears. Y'all can say no or not. Otherwise, she'd not wear the makeup. It's about vision. Come on now. Murad Morelli has his history of doing this too with sexual stuff. So in the camp of Diddy, you guys are blending right in. Diddy didn't tell the truth. Y'all don't tell the truth. Right now, it's 2-2. Diddy goes from state to state to push his stuff. You do it state to state, country to country to push your stuff. You traffic too. Diddy's medium is sex. Y'all's are lies. You traffic. You traffic and you RICO. Except yours can't be brought to a court case. And yours is more dangerous because you have a larger audience. Diddy's, people go to his party, and a few that stay past, maybe you can say over the years that he's had, maybe different people, maybe 100. Y'all, thousands. Y'all traffic thousands of people a year. Hundreds of thousands a year you traffic. Think about that. But y'all get a second chance every day, don't you? You get to see your kids. You get to take care of your mom. Every video you do is your concert. You get to make your money, but not him, right? Not him. No. He's irredeemable. Leave people's kids out of it. Leave them out. Look, you can talk about his parenting all day long. No problem with his parenting. Talk about his parenting. You might say this is a bad way to show your kids. Of course, it's a very bad thing to show your kids exploiting, beating people on camera, but the kids don't need to see it. You can say that, but the kids don't need to see it. He didn't do it around his kids, though, did he? No, he didn't. Does he want to change? It sounds like he does. But y'all out there trafficking in people's worry and woe and pain and exploiting a whole diaspora of people for money. Y'all are the traffickers. Y'all have Rico in your corner. Stop talking about Diddy. Fix your stuff first. Fix y'all crap first. Stop trafficking and we have a conversation. Anyway, let's talk about the concert. You think Diddy's going to have it? You think when he walks free in a few 3-5 years or straight away October 3rd that, you know, he going to put on that concert in Madison Square Garden and pull off the comeback of the year? Never know. Let me know what you think. As for us, this is what we got to say to you all, TMZ. Stop exploiting black people for money. Find a different people. Like, I don't know, pedos. Exploit them. Expose them. Abuse them. Leave black people alone. Stop making us your bank. And for the life of all that is holy, please, black people, stop paying money into it. They're exploiting you. They're trafficking you. And if you did have a problem with the transatlantic slave trade, maybe you have a problem with TMZ too, because they're doing the exact same thing, except they're taking you from reality to a place you don't want to be, which is the house of lies.